The Voting Rights Act of 1965 was the landmark legislation that removed barriers preventing black women and other African Americans from exercising their right to vote. African American women started voting in 1837 through 1965, and that was when the Voting Rights Act was passed. The chronological begins in 1937 with the interracial meeting of anti-slavery women in New York City and concludes with the civil rights movement of the 1960s. The contributors focused on women pursuing a dual ambition, and during this time, black women were more free they had the freedom to do things that our men did not have the freedom to do. So therefore, they took the lead in what we needed to have done in voting. To gain the social conditions of African Americans, together the essays challenge us to rethink common generalizations that governs much of our historical thinkings about the experience of African American women. African American women have had to take the lead because from where I came from in Texas, we were always taught, black kids in the schools, that if you did not vote, you were not considered a citizen. And today, the reason that I always vote, I don't care what is going on, I go to the polls and I vote, just because that has stuck in my mind, that if you are not a voting citizen, you're not a citizen. You're not voting is very important, very, very important. So I want the young people to really understand that, and don't sit at home and say, I don't have to vote, I don't need to vote. You need to vote every time the polls are open, and you need to be there.
So before we go to our next question,